All right.
3, 2, 1. And we're live. This is Ted Hicks from Late Night Parents. We got Tony D. JoJo is also in the house. It's the post Johnny Bones Jones broadcast that should have happened last night. Gentlemen, how are you doing? I don't know where you've been, but where were you when John Bones Jones returned?
I don't know. This is JoJo's world. Go for it, Joe.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Good to be here. John Bones Jones showed up, man. He came back.
In a mighty way.
Night. Yes, indeed, man. A lot of talk was about him for the past couple months. Back away for nearly. Yes. You got an echo?
That was me. My bad.
It's okay.
I'm trying to share. My fault.
Cool. Yeah, man. Nearly 3 years gone from the sport. Teased his heavyweight, his return and possible jump at heavyweight. Came back. Francis Ngannou gone from the UFC. John Bones Jones returns in this place. Moves up to heavyweight. The weigh-ins looked good. Everybody criticized how he looked. He looked a little flabby. He didn't look fit. He didn't look this and that. Weigh-ins came. He looked good. The pre-presser on Thursday, he looked good. Friday, he weighed in, looked good. Saturday, he showed up, man. Man went in there against the number 1 heavyweight in Cyril Gane from France. Cyril talked about he's all this, this guy, this. I give him respect, but I'm gonna go in there and become the champ. A lot of people criticize John. There's a reason why they call John Jones the GOAT. John Jones walked in there, did the infamous cartwheel to start off, did the crouch, the Rashad Evans crouch. That's his mentor and his boy. Stood up, walked to Cyril Gane. They threw some strikes, and then it just was John Bones Jones world all over again. This man grabbed up Cyril Gane, got a takedown, beat him up a little bit. Cyril tried to get back up. He got back up off his feet, tried to sprawl against the cage, got taken back down again. John tried to get a guillotine. Cyril slipped out, but Cyril was took this in the corner. John got it again. Tap, tap, tap. All in 2 minutes and 2 seconds, John Jones is your new heavyweight champion. Dog, what am I supposed to say? It's the most flawless performance we've probably seen from John Jones yet against the number 1 heavyweight in Cyril Gane. Now he's going to be on his way to fighting Stipe Miocic, the former 2-time heavyweight champion. I look forward to the fight. Stipe is, I think, close to 40 right now, which is going to be kind of crazy. And Stipe hasn't fought since he got knocked out by Francis, which was about nearly 2 years ago. So, man, it's going to be impressive. It's going to be an impressive thing to watch, man. Even bigger than that, Alexa Grasso beat Valentina Shevchenko. That was dope.
What's up, Ellie?
Yeah, that was dope, man. Valentina was winning about 3.5 rounds until Alexa Grasso grabbed her and submitted her. Didn't even have a full rear naked choke, man. But choked her so bad on the mandible that her head turned red. And when she let go, her jaw was white. Yo, I never seen that before. That was sick. But yeah, man.
We got G's in the house. We got Helen in the house. What's going on, yo? Go ahead, Joe.
What's happening?
Shout people out, bro.
Other fights in that. There was a fight in the night. Jeff Neal fought Shavkat Rakhmonov. That was a crazy back and forth. Shavkat was undefeated, 16-0. Now he's 17-0 with the 3rd round submission. Jeff Neal missed weight, but bro, that fight was crazy, man. Where either one of these guys could have had the best of the other, but in the end, Shavkat managed to catch him with a nasty right hand, then put him up against the fence, beat him up with a bunch of elbows, and then managed to sink in a standing rear naked choke. Got him out of there, man. Packed him up, sent him out. There was a couple other good fights there. The prelims weren't bad either. But yo, I don't want to go all in depth on the card, but highlight fights. Marc Andre Barrio, my homie from Canada, he got a good win beating Julian Marquez. That was pretty dope. Who else fought? Damn, I'm trying to remember. Oh yeah, Bo Nickel, the big time wrestler. The multi-time All-American Bo Nickel. Yeah, he was a former. Well, he was an Olympian. He could have been to the Olympics, but he kind of changed his mind. Said, "Yo, I'm gonna try this MMA stuff."
Bo Nickel. Hold on. Let me look.
Yeah, Bo Nickel is he's a big deal, man. 27 years old is a big deal. Big deal.
Who's supposed to be a wrestler?
Yeah. Yeah, he's a wrestler.
Not WWE.
No. Like real like college wrestler, NCAA.
Oh, if you're a college wrestler, yeah, they get respect. Absolutely.
Yeah. This dude is for real. He fought a guy named Jamie Pickett. Looked a little, the nerves kind of got to him, but he managed to win. First round submission, he called it on the weigh-in show. And on the way, yeah, he did call it. He called it at like the pre-presser. Submitted that guy Jamie Pickett. What else we had? We had Cody Garbrandt come back. He didn't get knocked out, thank God. He won. Plain performance. Derek Brunson finally, it seems that he announced his retirement. He had a good first round, but then the second round was bad, and the corner threw in the towel against Drico Duplessis. Amanda Ribas beat Viviane Araujo. The guy who they have touted as possibly the next Conor McGregor, not Paddy Pimblett, but Ian Gary. He fought Kenan Song, beat Kenan Song. He got dropped bad in the first, but ended up winning in the third. And then there was a couple other fights on the card there. But other than that, man, John Bones Jones is back. Re-signed with that 6 to 8 fight deal. Looking at some real good cash right now. Well, that's it, man. I don't know what else to say about that, man. John Bones Jones.
So I do have a couple of follow-up questions for you. Sure. First one is for him to kind of embarrass Cyril Gane last night. I guess we're expecting him to walk through Stipe. What are the chances? I know it's next to none, but for a super fight to get Ngannou back in the ring and have John Jones and Ngannou, I mean, of course, they're going to have to give Ngannou the bag for it because I know there's so much bad blood. Do you see that happening within the next, I don't know, 6 to, or should I say 9 to 12 months? Isn't he going to run out of contenders?
Is he going to run? This is a good question.
It is a good question.
This is how I see it. He fights Stipe, right? If he beats Stipe, they got a guy that's moving up in the heavyweight division by the name of Sergey Pavlovich. Sergey Pavlovich is in the top 5 right now, I think, if I remember correctly. I think number 3 in the heavyweight division in the UFC. A guy who has over 15 wins, 1 loss, and his only 1 loss is to Alistair Overeem. He's pummeled every opponent he's faced. The guy got a crazy reach, and he's out there. He just finished Tai Tuivasa like nobody's business. He'll be next up in line because he has a Sambo background, but he has devastating punches. Okay. I see him there. Next up after that guy will be Curtis Blades, the JUCO national champion that came up, through college there. He took 2 losses against Francis Ngannou. He got knocked out by Derek Lewis, respectfully, but he's improved his stand-up game, and he may be one of, if not one of the, probably the biggest wrestling challenge for John Jones in the heavyweight division. Other than those 2, that would be it right now. That would be it. I don't think any other guy that's going to fight John beats them in that division. If it's Sergey Pavlovich, who's another guy who's coming up, he beat Derek Lewis. He's a big guy. He has a really good wrestling base, good sambo wrestling base as well. The striking is not all there. His wrestling is pretty good, but the way John goes at people wrestling wise and striking wise, I'm not sure people are ready.
There you
So
go.
those will be your three guys after Stipe.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
But money wise, that's gonna be the thing.
Right.
The big fight. If you have John there, John gotta fight Francis.
He has to.
He has to fight Francis. They have to line that up. And I think the guys at WME IMG, aka Endeavor, Campbell, and those the other higher ups there, they're gonna make a push to try to get Francis to come back. They're gonna make the push. If Dana don't want it, that's cool. But the Endeavor seems to be the guys that are gonna want to make that push, because even though it's the fight business, they are the entertainment business. They are the big time entertainment business. IMG, you know, they manage The Rock, Ronda Rousey, Becky Lynch, now Bianca Belair. There's a lot of other actors that out there that are under the umbrella. You know what I mean? They're entertainment big time. So I think they're going to push the envelope. Will they give what Francis was trying to fight for in healthcare and other stuff like that? That's going to be the, the shaky bridge there. That's what we got to see. But other than that, I think they'll be willing to give Francis that money. And that money is going to come at about the high 7 to 8 digits. You know what I mean? Yes. And we're not counting the cents. We're talking about the dollars. So, yeah.
All right.
That happening.
Follow-up question.
Cool.
What weight do you see Jones coming in to fight Stipe? Do you think he's going to drop 10 or 15 pounds? Because, I mean, he's bulked up. I mean, we've never seen John Jones like this.
From what I've seen, from that 2 minutes of what we've seen, because I won't take sparring into consideration, because sparring, you don't really quite go heavy in sparring. You kind of go moderate to light to moderate, unless it's the grappling, and even then you got to be careful. He looked a little bit, you know what I mean, a little rusty, a little bit, striking wise. I think he's gonna level down to probably close to 10 pounds.
Okay.
He'll probably move down to 240, 235.
Okay.
Because when he weighed in, he was 248. Going into the cage, he probably was at like 250 or 250 something.
Right.
253 maybe. But yeah, I think he'll move down to 240, 235. Because Stipe fights around that same weight. Stipe is not necessarily he's a big guy, but not like a big heavyweight. He's a mobile heavyweight. And that's one of the things that's really a standout in the heavyweight division. Not that many guys are really light. They're big as hell. You know what I mean? Most of them are like 250. They cut down weight. So when it comes fight night, they're like 280 and above, some of them. So I think that John will move down a little bit, get a little bit more ripped, get more toned, get his feet together, and man, he gonna get busy in that cage, man.
Sure.
Nightmare fuel, man. The GOAT. As Shannon Sharp says, the GOAT. The GOAT. Bad.
So, final question on this. He was away 37 months. I guess with your eye in watching this sport, you saw some rustiness, because the novel, for the novice fan, we didn't see. We saw Johnny Bones Jones.
If anything, just the speed, just a slight speed thing. But as I said, it was only about a little over 2 minutes. He threw some punches, but they weren't mostly impactful punches. They were just feelers, because that's how John works. John works with the feelers first. Then he calculates in his mind what I got to do to set things up. How we're gonna go about this? What's the game plan? I got option A, but what's option B and option C? That's how John operates. That's a calculated menace of a man when it comes to fights. And as we talk, and I had it definitely drilled, and it seems the world always knows it. John Jones fights to the ability of his opponent. If he finds his opponent a threat, he will work. Hey, Stevie, what's happening, Stevie? Long time no see.
Steve wonders around. How
Stevie,
you doing?
how you doing?
Thank you for coming through. Colossal Pia bot. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Bot.
Yeah, man. He works to the level of his opponent. If he finds his opponent to be mid, he will fight the opponent in mid-level.
Right.
If it's low level, it's like, whatever. But if he finds you a threat, will he work hard to embarrass you?
Right.
He will work very hard. Ask Daniel Cormier 2 times. Ask Rampage Jackson. Ask Lyoto Machida when he choked Lyoto Machida unconscious. Left that man like a sack of potatoes. Literally let him go, and he dropped on himself.
Wow.
Like, yo, ask Gustafson, Alexander Gustafson. Ask Ryan Bader what happened to him. Right. Hell, ask the guy he won the light heavyweight title from the first time, Shogun Rua. You know what I mean? If you're a threat, you will get embarrassed.
Nasty. I'm gonna say there's 2 words I say with John Jones: nasty and vicious.
Yes.
So if you go at him crazy, he's gonna come at you worse.
Yes. If he finds you a threat, you're gonna get embarrassed, and we've seen that just happen with Cyril Gahn.
Right. Totally.
He made an example out of him. And I told people, I said, when John comes into that cage, he's going to make an example out of Cyril Gahn. This is not going to be a fight for honor. And I'm doing in his mind, he's like, bro, they talk trash. If
they're talking junk, you gotta get it. No, I got that. You talking junk, you're gonna get it. That's a fact.
Yeah, he's like, I'm going to hurt this man. And it wasn't what Gahn said, it was all the fans, all the media folk, all the other people.
But Gahn had to pay for it.
And that's what's bad. What's even more sad is Gahn's face after the fight. Yes. Gahn just sat there and he was like, that just happened.
What just happened?
He got played.
Yeah. And I think after this fight, I think Gahn's going to probably leave his camp. Because, he's going to have to train elsewhere. France and Factory, X Factory? That's what it's called? Yeah. That place in France, man, they could only help with so much, and they form good strikers. But if you got no wrestling defense, no takedown defense, bro, what are we here for?
What are we doing? Right.
What are we doing? Exactly. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? You can't just sit there and base, I'm going to destroy people based on my striking. And if I get an opportunity to use some jiu-jitsu. No, you got to be well-rounded.
You do have to be well-rounded, I agree.
Yeah, Francis learned that when he fought Stipe and he got taken down all those times.
Yeah.
He went and he trained at Extreme Couture with Eric Nixick. He had Kamaru Usman that was willing to help him. Told him, I got a guy. I know a guy that knows a guy. Let's go to Extreme Couture. Let's train with Eric Nixick. You'll learn some takedown defense as well. Man, Francis learned how to jab. I always said that if Francis learned how to jab, he'd be the scariest dude in the world. A takedown defense and a jab. That's all he'll need. He beat Stipe on it. So takedown defense and a jab. He learned wrestling in the process and beat Gahn while having a messed up knee. He had that ACL, MCL destruction on his knee. And he freaking beat Gahn with the bad knee. a bad leg. Come on, man. John's gonna have to leave. He gotta leave. He's gonna have to leave that gym and go train.
Gotta go. Don't go. He gotta go. He gotta go. He gotta go. Don't go.
So that's it, man. That's it, straight up, man. So all of Albuquerque cheered for John. Everybody cheered for him. And even though he trains out of New Mexico, remember he was born in New York. So that's our New York boy, John Jones, baby.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Hey, this is Ted Hicks with Joe and Tony D, and this is Late Night Parents. We're going to go quickly into something we're going to have on the screen. YouTube testing new features for podcast creators. As you know, on the stream and on our audio broadcasts, heavily into podcasting. For those that might not know, YouTube recently announced, that they're testing, allowing podcasters to create and measure podcasts within the YouTube studio. So if you're in this experiment and, you should be able to upload and do other things like that, your podcast itself will be available within, I believe it's YouTube Music. So right now, the only thing in kind of YouTube Music, you have to be a celebrity. So people like Rosie Perez and the really, really, really juiced up podcasts, like the top 10 podcasts throughout the world are currently available. But hopefully, if all goes well, everyone else will get to join this mix, and there'll be a separate, separate channel for podcasters within YouTube, because
it'll expand their brand. I agree with that. Good question at the bottom. Natively only, or can it be distributed to YouTube from Anchor or RSS feed? So I think the question right there is, do you have to be broadcasting through YouTube only? Period. That in the story.
So right now, I'll stop sharing. We'll come back to that. So right now, you can share right now your audio podcasts to using Anchor or Spotify, or we use Spreaker. So you can share that now. But what they're planning to do is they want to be able for listeners to be able to identify it. And that's the whole problem now. It's like you go to YouTube, you see these different channels, and it's kind of a glut. Everything's all together. So natively only, or can it be distributed?
Yeah, that's the question I was just asking.
Yes, it can. It can be distributed from an RSS feed, but the goal is, Helen, and we'll put this question on the screen, they want you to use YouTube Studio. They want that to be like the source.
So once again, we got an issue with the multi-streamers like myself. Because Twitch is the same way, from my understanding.
Right. Right.
They want you to be exclusive to that platform. And I don't have a problem with that. That just comes from the followers.
Yes.
Right.
They want it to be the source. It's like, that's the source destination we want it to originate from, so that, boom, you can be there. You can do whatever you need to do. And then, because you know what's going to happen. What's going to happen is, okay, you can use YouTube Studio. And then at some point, there's going to be a cost.
Yes.
Yeah.
That comes from generating business, though.
Yeah.
Then you got to maintain the business and the workers. We got to understand that about this. We got to understand that about all of this. They're going to start charging. They're going to start costing, because a lot of people want everything for free, and they got high demands and no payment. You're not going to work for anybody if they demand something out of you. They're not paying you. So why would you do the same to anybody else? That's a fact. That's a fact.
True.
Fair enough. Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
So, hang on one second. Because I know it's a hot topic. And before we go to the hot topic, I wonder how monetization will work. Anchor is free, but you can only monetize if you are a creator from the States.
That's one of the issues she has. A lot of the ways that we can monetize, she can't, and vice versa. And a couple of things that I think I've seen them monetizing in different countries. All of us who are broadcasting all around the world, and all of us who are connected in different countries, there's issues with platforms we can be on, issues with apps we can be on, issues with payment and monetization in different areas. So I think those are good questions. I think everybody needs to look into that, honestly.
So I could tell you this much today, Helen, I'll send you screenshots. I've been able to monetize through YouTube, okay? Mm-hmm. But it's been for pennies on the dollar.
Exactly.
Pennies on a dollar. Like, you know, I don't think...
Views might be a penny. 1,000 views might be a penny. I was reading that, right. Most of these things. Right.
Got it. So that's the deal with YouTube. Next thing, wanted to go in on, dude.
Tick, 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 tock, tock, tock. Tick, tick, tick.
Yeah, TikTok has to be. It's the #1 website.
Thank you.
It's not YouTube from being and Google from being the #1 website in the US. Introducing 60-minute daily time limit for minors. There's so much talk about YouTube that is crazy. I mean, not YouTube, about TikTok that is crazy.
Oh, TikTok, yeah.
Because you got, and this is where we needed Brian, because you have a Republican lawmaker, you know, putting forth another ban of TikTok and moving it more towards from government devices. So the government devices is one thing.
Yes.
Now they're talking about, okay, we're going to push past that point.
You see how she do me?
Oh,
I'm not even up there that much, but you know what? I would like to jump on this 60-minute daily time limit for the minors. I'll be honest. There's a lot of craziness on TikTok, but there's craziness on the internet.
Yeah.
If they're learning something, I'm against it. And this is the credit I will give TikTok. Where YouTube won't show, TikTok will. That's a lot that they're pulling, and that's a lot that they're getting. I'll use Reason Islam as an example. When everybody pulled him off, he was able to go to TikTok with no problem. When he was able to come back, he was on TikTok, and now everybody's trying to catch up to the numbers he's got over there, in my opinion. Because a lot of what he was saying, they found controversial on, i.e. controlled platforms, and TikTok wasn't as controlled as they were in the US.
Right.
However.
But hang on for a second, Tone.
Yes, sir. So
TikTok, the US version, is a much different version than TikTok in China.
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to say that. The floor is yours, sir.
And we're good. My thing with all of us, I think what we need to do is be careful what we watch, be careful what we put out there. And also we got to be careful of what our children are looking at and what they're doing on TikTok. I'm not mad at them for this. The only thing I would say is there are some truths, there are some stories, there are some facts that are up there as it is on every other platform. I kind of want to advocate for the monitoring. I don't have a problem with the 60-minute time limit because these kids do need to get the hell out the house, stop being on these devices all damn day. And some of us adults do too. And then the crazy part is even when we're out the house, we're still up there checking to see what's going on. I don't have so much of a problem with these social media platforms because they're telling us what we can't find in the news, on the news, regular news sites. You can say what you want to say wherever you want to go until it's a problem. TikTok hasn't had that much of a problem with the information that everybody's put out there, but they can't stop the liars, conspiracy theorists, fake news people and all that. But now when you're finding out that some of what they were saying is true, now you won't let them back in.
Yeah.
For those of you that ain't really watching, because y'all sitting here watching everybody twerking and y'all watching people crack jokes and you're watching people doing stupidness. There was some stuff on TikTok they're talking. A lot of the flat earthers are coming out and they're being proven correct. A lot of what's going on outside the planet that they don't really talk about is coming out. A lot of videos, a lot of audios, a lot of interviews that they won't show in certain places, they are showing on TikTok, and I'm seeing them. I'm not calling it true. I'm not saying it's fact. All I want to know is what's really going on besides what they're telling us. And that seems to be coming out right now. I'm going to use the UFO stories as an incident. As much as it looks ridiculous, I do notice that they're trying to kick them stories out more than anything. And people are starting to come out because they were told to be quiet and they're tired of being quiet right now. Something big is going on that the regular news is not going to tell us.
Yeah.
I think the regular news is losing out to people speaking on these other platforms, and they know this. The regular news has to control what they're kicking out. We've been complaining about that since the 9/11 days. So that's 20 years right now. Matter of fact, it's 20 years this month. My ass was over there. Glad I'm home. You see them in the background? Glad I'm home. Love y'all to death. Y'all good. Y'all my boys, but I'm glad to be home. I just want to let y'all know, okay? Just being real. Yeah. Just being real. There's stuff going on we're not being given the proper information on. That's what we look for on social media. So that everybody out there in the major news world, the major news media markets and all that,
right?
We've got the rhetorical stories. We've got the control stories. You've got a lot of the population right now. We need more than what you've been telling us because something's going on that we can't figure out. You're not telling us. And if we have to go find it out on our own and it's going to cost you, that's where the issue is.
That's fact. Yeah.
Joe, you got anything to add to that? The whole conspiracy theory and TikTok and chaos and
all I can say is that man, a lot of kids was absorbed in TikTok, man.
Yes,
a lot of kids is absorbed in TikTok. The attention spans of kids have kind of shortened out due to TikTok. Where you could let me tell you something. She's not here. Good, she's not here. My niece, right?
You had to clear the air first. Let me make sure I can do this without hearing.
My niece is 16 years old, right?
Right.
My niece sits and watches clips of South Park, right?
Mm-hmm.
She watches clips of South Park. My niece was like, "Yo, I want to watch an episode, right? I got an app. I got my app. There's a Android app, but it got like all the TV shows and all that stuff.
Okay.
And I paid $30 for all that stuff that's on HBO Max, Netflix, all that stuff is on this one app.
It's a legal app. It's a legal app, people. Relax.
It's there. Right. It's there. Leave me alone. But it's on Google Play, so that's on y'all.
That's on y'all. Facts.
Anyway, I said, I got the seasons here. You want to watch it? She goes, yeah, I want to watch. I was like, all right, cool. So I put on the season. It was the COVID episodes, right? They had post-COVID. They did a whole
series on that, yeah.
Yeah, the post-COVID, post-COVID, and all that stuff. I gave it to her to watch. I said, all right, cool. I'm gonna go out. She wanted to watch this one episode before that, though. But she wanted to watch this one episode. I said, all right, cool. I give it to you. Shorty didn't even watch the whole episode, but went back on her phone and watched these through the clips. I said, "Yo, what is wrong with you?"
We used to have. They don't. You're right. They don't.
And I was like, okay. She want to watch the episodes of the joint, so I said, I put the episodes on, and we were sitting there watching the post-COVID episodes. I noticed she's sitting there. All of a sudden, she get up. She's going to do a whole bunch of random stuff for no reason. She come back, sit there. It's over. I'm here talking about the episode. And she's like, "Oh, when did that happen?" I'm like, "Yo, it was right there."
Yeah, right.
On this clips and get off phone. And I'm like, "Yo, what is wrong with you?" I'm like, "Yo, these kids would not sit, but they could sit through clips all day, but can't have the attention span to watch just one show on TV."
No, they don't.
I'm like, "Yo, that is crazy. Is this what's going on?"
Yeah, this is what's going on.
Clips now are putting people on to music. The movies not so much, the shows not so much, but the music. Because you could keep using a little clip of a song. I'm not Van de Bang. Yeah, hey, cat. Yeah. So yeah, it's like, yo, that's what's happening. So I like you just slowly notice the clips is what getting people to pay attention to other people's music and all that stuff. But it's like, yo, TV show stuff and all that. Kids don't look, these teenagers and the younger kids, no, their attention spans are gone. You gotta get kids to like focus on a book and all that stuff, man. It's just crazy. It is just bugged out. And as we said before, you know what I mean? It makes everybody want to be a an influencer. Everybody wants to be an influencer. Kids don't want to get a real job. They want to be an influencer now. So.
I mean, there's money in it, but we got to tell them. And I was talking about it yesterday. There's no money in doing it, not for real. The careers are paying better than broadcasting online.
Mm-hmm.
We would love to make money up here, but you got to get like 1 million people. They got to watch every episode for you to make real money. Then you still ain't got no benefits. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real with folks, man.
Yeah.
So Helen chimes in and says, I was trying to explain that's why live streaming on TikTok is pointless. People on there don't have the attention span to watch a live stream.
No.
It depends on what you're doing, in my opinion. I've watched clips, and then I'll go look for the movie or look for the YouTube video.
Right.
That's what I do with it. And a lot of times when you put something up there, you're trying to give it like a cliff note or something, or a trailer to something that you're doing somewhere else. Yeah. I'm good with that because I followed a lot of people, a lot of the broadcasts. I've even watched a lot of videos off of that. So sometimes when I'm sitting there scrolling through and I see this, I see that, okay, let me follow their YouTube page, or let me see what they got on this. Let me see what they got on that. A lot of truths that we haven't been told in school are being put up there. I think people need to watch that, man, for real. Yeah, I'll say that. I used to tell people all the time, they were like, I do have attention span, trust me.
Yeah, man. It's bugged out. It's bugged out. You know, now YouTube got their YouTube shorts. You know,
yes.
Like, oh man, you can put cooking things on there. I mean, you know, dance moves always get everybody paying attention.
Yes.
You know, but in certain songs, you want to promote songs, put the clips in there. Everybody gonna use
the clips on there
as a background.
I do
Joe,
that.
let me tell you, I put one clip on TikTok of Tony and I talking about porch pirates and how he's never witnessed a porch pirate.
Oh God. Let me get a straw for my drink. I gotta go through this.
Tony said straight up, I have no idea. I don't know anything about porch pirates. I think I've heard of it, but I'm not sure. And then it was taken as if he was blaming the people ordering too much on Amazon, getting their items at the front door, and it was their fault that their items was being taken. What I mean, people were so heated because I said, you know, I was sitting there in the comments saying, hey, we're being funny. This is a joke. This is comedy. And people were going nuts.
I'm gonna figure out what you're talking about. This guy think he know everything. Yeah, let's go on TikTok. Let's go on TikTok.
Oh my God.
Let's go on
Oh my
God. We need to broadcast on TikTok. I'm ready.
Man said they order everything there. That's why
he said, yeah, it's their fault.
I'm a savage.
They shouldn't be ordering so much. And then leaving it at your front door.
Come on.
Yo. Oh
Joe,
my God.
People were heated.
Oh,
I was like, whoa, the power of this tool.
I want to put that on the attention span aspect because people are ready to jump at the first thing you say without listening.
Yep.
They are very ready to jump. The minute you say something, oh no, he didn't do it. Hold on a minute. Listen to what the hell.
Is that where all the comments said he was victim blaming? Yes. That's exactly. Oh my
Yo. In a way, you got a point though. Like you can't just you can't entice people with all that stuff. You know what I mean? You entice the neighborhood to start wilding. Nah, man.
And I'm ready to say all of y'all up in there ready to start drama all the time. I bet you I used to be on Periscope. Y'all miss it so bad. You want to start drama somewhere else. That's your damn problem.
Yeah, but it's crazy though. Think about it. You enticing the crowd, man. You got like 8 boxes lined up straight from Amazon.
Wait, hold on, Joe. You got a 65-inch TV sitting on your front porch. And it's been sitting there all day.
Word. You got people out there rubbing hands like Birdman. Yo, come on.
Hey, yo, what time he come home? Oh, we got 2 hours. Hold on.
Come on, man.
I can't get it on my bike. I can't get it on my wagon. I can't get it on my there's a skateboard. Nah, all right. I ain't say that. I ain't do that.
You can have
Oh my
somebody on
goodness.
one knee behind the car looking at your porch like, yo, they ain't there yet.
Right.
Yeah, you gotta really just go and be like, hey man, you gotta order your things one at a time. Like, yo, I'm ordering this,
Oh my
and
goodness.
I'm gonna be home at this time. There you go. Nobody
Oh
gonna
my
rob
goodness.
me. Hell nah. I know that
I
for a
don't.
fact. I don't got a porch, but I know people came to my house and tried to steal my packages before. I caught one of them. They're in like 2020. I no joke. That lady
Tony,
skedaddled over the corner. Yeah, she ran right off the corner. Like,
Joe, Tony started off the conversation. I had no idea about porch pirates. I don't know about them. I don't know if they're if that's to be true. Just he went, I mean, 10 toes down.
You got your opinions. I got mine. We can go on TikTok with y'all ready.
porch pirates, though. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, so we don't know
R.
what's gonna happen with TikTok in the States. Right now it's government officials can't have it on their devices.
Yep.
And we know that monitoring apps are good if you know how to use them. And
Yeah.
I think it's necessary when you give minors the power of a mobile phone,
Yep.
and it's not filtered.
I think we got to be careful giving minors mobile phones and still. Now, the
Yeah.
schools want them to have it. I'm down with that. Save you on them heavy backpacks. Everything right there on your iPad.
Yeah.
I'm very down with that.
That's true, man.
Yeah, we talked about that a couple years ago, Ted. We talked about the Wi-Fi going to the rural areas.
Yep.
A lot of the
Last
rural
comment on this item. Helen says, Ring doorbell is the best invention ever. But if you order it from Amazon, you might not receive it before you can install it.
Exactly. I get that. I get
She hits
that.
it there.
Right.
She hits it there. I think I only got two other quick items. One, Tony is going to involve you directly. Tony, this upcoming weekend in the United States is daylight savings time. Our clocks, we move forward on March 12th.
All of us alcoholics can drink comfortably and get an extra hour sleep off of it. Let's go.
So clocks will spring forward an hour at 2 a.m. Eastern time. Of course, all of our electronic devices are configured to automatically get set to 3 a.m. I'm telling you, and going through this article right here, I don't know if you remember, but last March, Congress put forth a bill to kill DST, daylight savings time.
Yeah.
But of course, as usual, if the House is doing one thing, the Senate is doing the other. So we are stuck with falling back and leaning forward in the months of November and March, probably for the rest of our lives.
No, they're going to try to kill it. People want it gone. I'm not sure why, but there is an outcry to get rid of it. There are even places where daylight savings time doesn't even affect it where they're living. I think it's Arizona.
It's Arizona, yes.
Yeah.
Arizona doesn't have it. I thought Vegas didn't have it at one point, but I was wrong. So Arizona, I think, is the only state, or at least that time zone, they don't deal with it. I don't know why. So there will be a push. I'll be honest with you. I remember when they said Juneteenth would never happen, and it did. So there ain't no telling.
Okay.
Right.
But you have to have.
He approached me about Juneteenth 4 years prior to it happening. I said, they'll never do it. I'm down with it. I would be good with it, but they'll never do it. And when it happened, I literally called him. I said, dude, you said this. I'm listening to everything you tell me from now on. I'm listening to everything.
So Helen chimes in. She says, so we'll have 2 weeks where we have a 4-hour time difference instead of 5 until we put ours forward on the 26th. Correct.
That's the other issue. Every country is doing it. It's going to throw a lot of people off.
Yes. So in times like this, Tone, whether I guess usually springing forward affects you more than falling back. Because falling back, you get an extra hour. Springing forward, you're going to lose an hour.
Well, I got it backwards. You're right. Don't none of y'all listen to me. You'll be late to work and church. Kids. I'll be getting it backwards. All I know is I wake up when the alarm goes off. Don't blame me. That's your fault.
You know.
Get on TikTok. I love that too. Yeah, I got that wrong. Go ahead, comment, and follow me. Don't think I won't go live with you. I will come see you. And I dare you to make a mistake on any broadcast you ever do or anything you say. I will be on your ass. Hold me if you want to.
Yo.
Oh man.
I think it was the best of them. I just try not to do it. You've been warned.
Yeah.
Social media influencing, damn it. Shout out to the perfectionists, bastards.
Oh man.
Yo, and the last item I'm going to share is what we've been all talking about. De La Soul is finally streaming. I mean, listen.
Where do we begin?
I don't know where we begin. Joe, we got a few years on you, my friend. But I think you're aware of De La Soul from the
Yes,
90s.
I may have to go a little JoJo MMA style with this one, Ted. Let me know when I got to talk too much, because I'm stuck for this one.
Go,
dog. It's all you.
For those of you that don't know, I did do a De La Soul tribute. It is on my Twitter. You see the Twitter address on the bottom. It is on my Facebook. Don't worry about that. It's on my Twitch, but Twitch be muting it. So check me out definitely also on Mixcloud. That's on my Twitter as well. Let me tell y'all something. And I got a gloat. It was a hell of a broadcast. I did 2 hours of De La Soul music as a tribute to the death of True Goy the Dove. We're going to miss them. Rest in peace. I'm going to throw this out there as well. A lot of your interviews out there, they say the Lox was one of the most tight-knit groups ever in hip-hop. Wrong. De La Soul was one of the most tight-knit groups in hip-hop because all three of them stayed friends longer than the Lox did because they was out before the Lox was. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong.
Amen.
You're right.
Somebody tell me if I'm wrong. I went in. It was 2 hours of De La Soul music, and then I got mad at myself because as I was listening to a couple of old OCDs, there were some songs I forgot to put up there. Some man had to do another one for an hour. I just don't know if it's going to last 2. I don't know if it's going to last 2. De La Soul had some hits. Tommy Boy, people are still mad at you, but we glad people's families are finally going to start eating because they should have got their money. Everybody left. You had them trapped. There was a big old protest about it for years before he passed away. So I can start the conspiracy theories on that. No disrespect to any of y'all, especially if we're wrong. That's why we ain't doing it. But we mad because they ain't get their credit. They ain't get their props. They ain't get their recognition while y'all giving Grammys to every damn body else out there, all of y'all.
That's true.
De La Soul should have been got their props. Yes, they had to pay for them samples. We know that. Heavy D talked about samples so much, we get it. De La Soul just made music and didn't care. True Goy the Dove was on Rap City, and I remember when he said it. He said, if this don't work, he don't care. He going to go back and be with his daughter. He bent that. Everybody been chilling. Their music has been a vibe. Excuse me. Everybody loves them as a hip-hop group. Malcolm Jamal Warner, I think when he had a talk show, he was dying to have them up there. Dave Chappelle had them up there. I think Arsenio did too. I'm not sure.
Yes.
It was also part of the songs with Black Sheep, Jungle Brothers, Trial Called Quest, all of them, man. De La Soul were trendsetters. And I said it on my broadcast. When hip-hop made its biggest change, they were the ones that did it, in my opinion, because that was the first major change in hip-hop when they came out. Nobody was sitting there talking about no damn Daisy Age. Everybody was trying to represent, be tough, talk about poverty. They was chilling. They was chilling. Me, myself, and I. Jennifer Jenny. Potholes in my lawn. We still looking for damn potholes in our lawn.
Well, I mean, I got a pothole right outside my house, but
you better watch what's coming out of there. You heard the song, though. Yeah, I heard the song. Big ups to that first CD, 3 Feet High to Rising. De La Soul is dead. Got so many classics on there. We need, boy. De La Soul is dead. I could not find that damn video. I mean, the audio with Biddies in the BK Lounge, because that was my jam. Biddies in the BK Lounge was my joint. Who's the O's was my joint. Peas porridge in the pot. The afros and the high five. Oh my God. And I appreciate Ted. Ted hit me up and said, yo, thank you for this broadcast.
Yes.
I was so fucking amped, man. I was going in. We need to give them their props. We need to give them their credit. Do y'all realize how many people worked with them? How much of an influence they were to everybody to just be yourself instead of being a tough guy?
Yep.
Yep.
And they were from a part of New York nobody really considered to be a part of New York as far as the 5 boroughs.
It's Long Island.
It's Long Island, yeah, but
It's
that
Long
ain't
Island. Come on.
Queens, Manhattan, Staten Island. It's Long Island. Don't get me started.
Long Island.
You remember old school New York, Long Island? Yeah, y'all over there. Y'all over there past Valley Stream, but we missed it. We missed their music, man. Y'all need to find any and everything you can, De La Soul, and pay attention. I loved In the Woods. I love the biggest to my man Namarupa on Twitch, who put me on to the Trying People song. I forgot about that jam. That was a good song. But they finally streaming. Go check them out.
On
if I was you, I would
platforms.
Because we have the who what?
I said on all platforms.
On all platforms. I know I had it on Apple Music. I was jamming. I already had, I think I had 5 or 6 of their CDs. To me, it wasn't the same after the grind date. That CD kind of disappointed me, but that's just me looking for something new in hip hop instead of letting artists be. We as fans got to let these artists be themselves when they do music instead of making demands out of them for doing what we want them to do. That's the biggest respect we don't give a lot of artists. That goes to musicians, actors, actresses, composers, producers, direct, all of that mess. The creativity that we're seeing instead of everybody doing the same thing is what's going to keep everybody going right now.
Let me tell you,
yes, sir.
And the Anonymous Nobody is a hot album.
Mm-hmm.
You got it. You got to check it. You got to check it.
I will.
And that was the latter part where they're just doing independent music.
They always did independent music to me. They just had a lot of samples that cost them. I think the samples cost them more than anything.
It was the samples.
The samples
not being cleared.
Mm-hmm. I thought they did get cleared. It's just they got charged for it.
Yes, they got charged.
They got charged, yeah. So it's like when Peter Gunn and Lord Tariq, when they did a New York song, they did an interview. They said they got charged $100,000 for their samples. Mm-hmm. Everybody said, y'all got robbed. They said, we got robbed, but we made it back. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, cool. I was like, okay, cool.
So, yeah. I mean, it's sad that Trugoy didn't get to see this, but it's good that his family is going to be able to
big ups, yeah.
Be able to live a lot better.
Yeah. We're gonna miss them as a group, man. And y'all need definitely. I got amped, I got crunk, but they had great music.
Well, I'm hoping in a situation like this that maybe Q-Tip slides in to help him because that's native tongue.
That's native tongue. I mean, Q-Tip could slide in to help them, but nobody replaced Fife with Tribe Called Quest. So to me, all the native tongue need to get back together. They need to get back together.
Yeah.
Now, I think money's going to be an issue with them because, Latifah blew up. Jungle Brothers, we don't know what my man over there doing. Tribe did that CD right after he died. Fife had a solo CD last year that came out.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty good. De La can always put out music. We already know they got music forever. It's just with them. So I think the next album is going to be sick. That last Fife album was good. The last DMX album wasn't bad. I didn't have a problem with it, but it wasn't a lot of what everybody was expecting. So we're just going to see how it goes. The tour next month. I think that tour going to be awkward because you're missing. You're missing one.
No, but that's what I'm saying. If Q-Tip jumps in for his portion, maybe I don't know. Before we go, Tony, what are you eating?
Fazoli's. This is
I know you always have something good on.
Spiced baked ziti with chicken. And a large Pepsi before I hit my crown after this. Because I got a little bit of that crown left. Y'all missed it when I got that half-gallon Crown Royal. Woo! Woo! I made it last a week. Mike Patton.
I peeped that. You had that on what you call it, right?
I put it everywhere. TikTok, Twitter.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, he was on Poker Chop.
Yo, Mike, this is always. Mike, this is always.
He was on Poker Chop wallet.
The only thing you need to do, Mike, is you have to acknowledge what he's eating.
Listen, shout out to touring the AFC South, ladies and gentlemen.
What's that?
Do me a favor. Follow that dude, please. He is the main sportscaster man. I bow down to this dude. He is the man. He had Jamel on the show. He had Warren Moon on the show. Big ups to Pike. That's the man right there. He is the forefront. He is the forefront. See, you're trying again. You're trying again. Try again. Try it again.
Yeah.
Mike Patton, thank you for coming through.
I got Candace Buckner coming up on me. Did you highlight that for him, Ted? Yeah.
You got Candace Buckner coming on with me this week from the Washington
doing
Post.
the damn thing, man. Mike, you're doing it for real, man. Big ups to you. Big ups to you. You the man.
Yup.
You the man. Tony, the Wild Show is on YouTube now as well. Right. And I'll be seeing you up there. You getting all of them, man. It's been a year.
Let us know, Mike. Let us know when you're going to have Michael Lee on there.
We waiting.
Word.
And while the show is on YouTube now as well, so you can get the whole visual version. Okay, got it. Before we go, unfortunately, we're gonna have to run into overtime.
My apologies. I had my rant.
No, it's not you. It's something I wanted to factor in. I wanted to get Joe's take. I'll get my take. Tony, you can close this out.
Sure.
John Morant. Somebody come get this man, please.
Okay, let me get this straight. All he did was take a picture with a gun, correct? It wasn't a video. It wasn't a video. It was just a picture.
No, it was a video.
There's a photo. He was partying out with his homies, talking about
at a strip club.
Yeah, he was at a strip club with his homies, wilding.
Is he trying to get traded?
I don't know what's wrong with the young man, man. The young man is crazy. He's yo.
Is he trying to get traded?
I don't think he's trying to get traded. I just think he's 23 years old and he's running with a crew that
protected him.
Yeah, he
shouldn't be running with anymore.
This trend has been going on for 20 years.
Yep.
Yeah, it has.
Why are they suspending him is my first question. Second, he didn't aim it at nobody. He just had it. You have the right to have a gun. This is why I did that broadcast on gun laws. You got the right to have a gun. Then you get in trouble showing it.
Tone.
Did he aim it at anybody? Was he going after anybody?
I don't think it was just that. I think there's been some indiscretions leading up to this.
Mike, I jumped out of a 2-story bedroom, and I'm not going to tell nobody why. That wasn't my teens. Yes, I've done crazy stuff.
Yeah, that's all it is.
He had a gun. This ain't the only thing he's done. See, that's where we're at right now.
It's not the only thing he's done.
Yeah.
There's other things. So
it's an accumulation of silliness that he's performed. Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like they're just trying to put the soft foot down to let him know, like, yo, this is, you can't be doing this.
You got to slow you down before you go too far. Once you go back to letting people be themselves. John Morant has made his money. Number one star in basketball. Pretty much number one right now. Debatable number one star in basketball right now. Debatable.
Well, he's the face of the future. So when Durant and LeBron and Steph Curry all go away, you're going to be looking at.
Yeah, he beat up that 17-year-old kid. They say pistol. He had a pistol with him.
There you go. Now we're getting somewhere. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Mike. Yeah, but we said there's been other things. Yeah. So this right here was just like, okay, you did this, you did that. You people from your crew are allegedly pointing guns with lasers at the Indiana Pacers.
Yeah, you and Brookins over there, y'all trying to wall out. You know what I mean?
Now we
y'all walled out. You know, you try to fight Uncle Shannon. You know what I mean? Uncle Shannon. Uncle Shannon.
Yeah, but Uncle Shannon wasn't backing down.
Yeah, Uncle Shannon was gonna fight everybody, even Steven Adams. Like, you can't.
Yo, Uncle Shannon with that $3,000 cardigan sweater.
Shannon Sharp be going hard, bro.
I don't know.
Oh, damn. Yeah, his job. Yeah,
See, that's the problem right there.
situation, yeah.
We can't protect you if you're going to throw yourself out there.
Exactly.
I'm going to need everybody to pay attention right now.
Mm-hmm.
We can't protect you if you keep throwing yourself out there.
Exactly. And it's something that Shannon Sharp said. Like, yo, if that's not you, stop perpetuating. That's the type of things, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah. You know
But
what I mean? That's not you.
and there's no knock against anything.
Yeah.
Didn't you grow up in a private school?
Yeah.
So
You're gonna start something. You're gonna start something.
I'm just saying. I mean,
your parents did right for you, and you doing silliness right now.
You're doing silliness.
When you getting paid big time. What you doing?
He may feel like he already made enough money. Now he just wants to be himself. That's what we
get extra.
So let me holler at Ja Morant real quick. Grown man to grown man, even though you got more money than me, you a lot younger than me. Do me, all of us, yourself, your family, your sponsors, everybody who refers you, everybody working for you, everybody protecting, do us all a favor. Nothing stupid. Nothing reckless. You're going to feel sheltered, but we got to tell you, bro, you are top of the mountain. And a lot of us are trying to hold you up there.
Yeah.
The more you move like you want to, we may lose our foundation. No disrespect to you. You got to understand the message, because all of us have had people protect us. All of us from the 70s and 80s, we did what we wanted to do, to the point where our parents and our elders got tired of our asses. We don't want you to lose what we could have had because you're there.
Yeah.
You are everywhere our elders wanted us to be. We're trying to keep you there. Stay on the court. We know you're getting tired of it. It's redundant. You want to do something else. You're young. We got to catch you early. You're not going to have self-control. But what we don't want you to do is make stupid decisions. I want you to hear me when I say that, if this ever gets out to him. That goes for a bunch of y'all young cats. We worry sick about y'all because y'all more reckless than we were. You are also more dangerous than we were. And you are all putting yourself in a situation to die faster than we can help you. Even those of us who are parents got to tell our kids this shit. Do what you want to do. Be yourself. Just think before you act. It's the best way to stay out of jail. And for you, Ja Morant, think before you act. Don't lose none of that damn money you're making. Fuck that. Don't lose none of that money you're making.
So here's a head scratcher.
Mm-hmm.
Nike replaced Kyrie with Ja Morant.
Yeah, I did see that story. Well, before, Ja Morant was less controversial. Now we're going to see what happens.
Yeah.
And did that gun incident happen previously or recently? Isn't that at the same time that Nike deal was going down? Because this might have been a shot to take out the contract for him.
Tone, he went on his phone on IG Live showing a gun.
So that was IG Live, not an old video.
No, that was the game they played Friday night. They lost to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
He then, I guess, is celebrating. And he decided to go on IG Live with it.
I saw that.
I mean, it's good that he put out that, what's the name? He put out that statement, or his PR team put out the statement, or
he did.
The Grizzlies put it out.
Mm-hmm.
It's good.
Yeah.
He did take responsibility. I did see him comment back on it. I didn't watch the video. I just saw the news story. I'm like, another one. All right. And I'm seeing this too much.
Yeah, we are seeing this too much.
I get it. We just don't want them costing themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
That's all it is, man. You're a young player. You got a lot of your career. You know what I mean? You got a lot of years left to play. Yeah, nobody want to see that messed up.
You got millions on the table waiting for you.
All right.
Hundreds of millions.
Thank you. Stay over there with them, please. And all your people, y'all stop jeopardizing that man. Don't throw him out there like that, please.
I just said, I said to others, anyone that would listen, each of his people, give him a bag. I don't know if it's 50 grand, if it's 100 grand, if it's 250 grand, break them all off. I don't want to see y'all anymore.
I wouldn't do that. I
don't want to see y'all anymore.
I understand it, but I wouldn't do that. I can't be a part of everything.
Yeah.
It's more of what I would say.
Yeah, that's what you're going to say. Yeah.
And you're not wrong, Ted, from the economic futuristic standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
But if that don't work, where's it going to come back down to?
Listen,
look at Jamarcus Russell.
Right.
He had the money. Then he lost it. Where's he back at?
He's probably back in the hood.
I hope he's okay down there. I heard he kind of record. I don't know. I hope he's okay down there. So for a lot of these dudes, you ain't got to lose. Look at LeBron. LeBron got his people. He keeping them in the game, like you said. He gave him the bag. He didn't cut him off.
Yeah.
He didn't cut him off.
No.
But LeBron's people were educated and said, "Hey, I'm going to give you the bag for you guys to go and do to basically go out on your own, spread your wings,
do your thing, yeah." And then
I'm going to finance that, and then you will be able to stand on your own 2 feet.
And they still stick around though.
Yeah,
right.
I want to talk about these incidents at the time, and that's it. Yeah, I got you, Mike. You're the big 411. That's who you're gonna be with us, the big 411.
right.
Got it. I think that's about it. Joe, you have any parting shots? Any thoughts or?
Not really, man. All I know is that, watched 285 yesterday. They started shooting scenes from the movie, from the Roadhouse remake over there at the press conference on Thursday. They did not even the press conference. Was it the press conference Thursday? Or was it the weigh-ins Friday? Conor McGregor shot a scene for the Roadhouse movie. They shot a scene over there.
How was it?
And then Saturday, before the prelims started, they shot a scene over there. The fight scene with Jake Gyllenhaal. I guess there's gonna be a cage, MMA fight in this movie. So that's what happened. They did a weigh-ins and that. So that was it. They started the filming of the Tough season between Conor and Michael Chandler.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be airing during the summer, and the fight will take place hopefully in the fall. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Other than that, man, John Jones is the GOAT. The GOAT.
Joe, where do we find you?
Yo, you know the deal, man. As you see on the bottom there, find me. New Year, same B at Mr. B 1986, man. I throw my tweets up. I retweet MMA combat sports information out there. Catch me on OK Live on the weekends. Whenever there's fights going on, you can find me there. Mr. B is the profile name. I got a picture of Laura Sanko in the gym, so you'll know what it is. If you don't know who Laura Sanko is, look it up. Then you'll know that's me there. I do my show with Mike on Fridays, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, Cope's Corner MMA. Catching on YouTube, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Yeah. And I would include the wrestling show, but we don't really know what time exactly we do that, but that happens there. But other than that, man, that's it. Catch me mainly Fridays, Cope's Corner, with you, whether it's a Wednesday or a Thursday. And then I do my thing on the weekends. But yeah, if you ask any questions, drop them on the DMs. Yep.
You got to start doing some more AMAs. I'm telling you. I'm serious. You know your stuff. So before a fight, you just do an AMA and just like, yo, ask me anything.
I gotta do that. I'm thinking about doing that, but I gotta line up like my. If I do that, I'm gonna have to line up a day where I'm definitely gonna be sitting there,
right?
And then do that. And I gotta do more of my stuff on PokerChart. Yes, I forgot that too. I got a PokerChart account. It's Mr. B. I gotta fit those in between Mondays and Wednesdays. Fridays, I gotta definitely do those. But Fridays, like sometimes I'm busy, but I gotta fit those in 3 times a week. I gotta fit those in. But the YouTube move, I'm gonna probably do that. But I'm gonna probably be sitting there for a minute talking about all that.
Fights on YouTube would be my question. I don't know if you can or not. You can't.
I can't. They gonna try to clip me, man.
They'll be like,
they clip you with the quickness.
Wham.
I hate it. The damn strike rule, man.
The strike rule is strong. That's why I'm careful when I put my stuff up there. The fantasy football will be able to go up there any problem. The music stuff I can't do.
Yeah, see, that's what sucks, man. But that's where
Tone,
you find me.
Yes, sir.
Tone,
Yes, sir.
what are your final thoughts?
I pretty much said most of what I wanted to say. I was going to ask you about monetizing on multi-streaming platforms. I saw something on. I didn't save the article. I did see something on there about a week or two ago, and I was talking to Randy and Fireman Rich about it yesterday morning.
How are they doing?
Yeah, I know the exclusivity on a couple of channels.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I saw something where you can monetize on the multi-streaming platforms, i.e. StreamYard, Restream, Emma. So I'm looking at that. Other than that, man, listen. Y'all know where I'm at. Right here, my man Ted. You got the Twitter on the bottom. I got the link tree that they've been telling me to get forever. It is up there. It's been up there for a minute. Tony D. Original.
But
I'm not going to
say.
I'm losing my touch, but I'm doing this for my boy. He looked out for me. I'm losing my touch, but I'm doing it for my boy.
Let's just say if I didn't want to go to Linktree and I wanted to go from site to site.
He's setting them up.
You can find me on
alley-oop, dog.
TON19723. You can find me on Twitter, TONYTON163. You can find me on Twitch and Instagram, TONYTON72. You can find me on Late Night Parents, my man Ted Hicks. You see me up here with him now. Ways to follow the show, latenightparents.com. You can find me on the Sunday Night Smoke podcast, my man Ace World. He's due to be up. I'm going to give him about 30 minutes. I haven't gotten a notification yet, but I know he's about to pop on sometime soon. Check him out on Penny Radio. We wild out. He's been having an excellent turnout over the past 6-7 months, in my opinion. So big ups to Ace World. I see his numbers increasing. I see his live audience increasing. I'm proud of you, bro. I'm honored you wanted me to be on board. I see your progression. You know we're going to be there and be around. You see my man JoJo over there. You know where he at. I'm not big on the combat sports like him. I even slowed down and watch the wrestling. But he been my dude when I would broadcast. I'm going to be his dude when he broadcasts too, for real. So check him out. Check out Mike Copenhagen. Cope, what's good? Cope's Corner. It's on YouTube, right, JoJo?
Yes, sir.
On YouTube, definitely. Check out my man Fireman Rich on Twitter in the mornings. On Twitch, excuse me. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 5:30 a.m. approximately. Sometimes he comes on a little bit early, but he does a little morning coffee, wake-up routine. You'll see me everywhere. I'm on Miss Cloud. Like I said, I'm on Twitch. I'm on Twitter. I'm on YouTube. Tony D 7444. I gotta change that name, but that's the name they gave me, and I ain't trying to mess nothing up, so I'm gonna just roll with it. What else? I am on Poker Trap with JoJo, and let me go ahead and tell y'all something right now. That app ain't as bad as you thought it was. I done told y'all. I gave everybody the open invite last August. Ain't but 2 of us pop up there. 3 more came afterwards. Some of y'all can't get in there. I got that. It ain't nothing but another version of Periscope / Heckle / anything you can broadcast live on. People can comment on, but they can also gift you one. I would tell you all to check it out. I met some good people over there. Good contest. The awards and the gifts you can monetize, exchange for coins. There's a big controversy with the coin exchange on there. I will say I met some good people. We are all supportive of each other, just like we were on Haps. If somebody gifts you, you gift them back. It goes back and forth. We building off of that. I ain't got time for the craziness. It's been 10 months since our former platform died. And I'm going to go ahead and say this to all of y'all who used to live stream with us when we was on that former platform. What are you doing? How much you making? Who's watching? And when we all going to get back to broadcasting together over having drama, because some of y'all got problems. That's why ain't nobody watching y'all ass. I'm up here with everybody. 3 times a week, Nonsensical Nonsense podcast with Glick and Jeff Hawk. And I ain't even doing this for the money. I'm just trying to be there to support everybody. I don't know what y'all know. If you're making money, I can't say nothing. I can't. All I know is I have fun tripping out with everybody. I think people enjoy the diversity in the conversations without the issue. And some of y'all so stuck on issues and controversy, you don't want anything else. You just want to be heard. You don't want to listen to nothing. Then you want to over fact check somebody. You don't want to listen to nobody. I talked about this on my other broadcasts. How you deliver your message matters. I'm up here with everybody. That's all I'm saying. I ain't got time for the issues. Let's have fun. Let's get back to doing what we were doing because we made something out of it, man.
Yeah,
It's 10 months later. What are you doing? What are you doing? Jadakiss said it best. What are we doing here? Because I'm quite sure ain't none of y'all making enough money to live off of, so stop BSing and get up here. Let's go. Appreciate it, Ted. Sorry.
All right.
I ain't even drinking yet. Y'all gonna keep, boy?
Want to definitely thank Helen, who's always here. Tone, what's the day and time Helen's show is on?
Helen does 365radio.co. She has a show every Thursday. I believe it's 5 or 6 Eastern Standard Time, my time zone, because she's over in the UK. She's in Scotland specifically. She also does Jukebox Jury once a month. You don't even know when I'm up. Don't start with me, woman. She does Jukebox Jury once a month. Checking that out. I did see her Instagram post. She's looking for co-hosts. I think it's a good idea to have the independent music and the people listen. I would like to see her have more people on there with their opinions. Not necessarily opinions, but just to give a little quick synopsis. It's not necessarily Gone Show to me. I would love to be. It'll be awesome for me. I can give an honest critique without being disrespectful.
Wait, are you talking about opinion radio?
Not necessarily opinion radio. Not necessarily. It's just a critique. And she's not trying to disrespect the artist. She just wants to put their music out, see what people think about it. I think it's a hell of an idea.
Yeah, that is.
Helen is on 9 p.m. UK time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Now, note that's going to change next week.
Exactly.
Because of the time zone difference.
Jeez, you ain't helping.
Thank you. Thank you to Jeeves. Join in. Thank you to Mike Patton. Wait,
Maybe.
Opinion radio is the thing that keeps him from being on Jukebox Jury.
Maybe.
LOL.
Maybe.
Okay, who else do we want to thank? We also want to thank Stevie Wonder, who was in the queue. And also to the bot.
The bot.
Who you are.
Some bots.
Big ups to the bot. Big ups to the bot.
We may be live Thursday. Thursday. We're gonna be live on Thursday. Thursday night, definitely. Definitely. As long as nothing.
What's up, Sadie?
Implodes here. Sadie, how you doing? I think that's a wrap. I think that's a wrap. So
appreciate you, bros. Always, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys.
Ain't no problem, Ted, man.